Hi everyone! In today's video, we're going even deeper into something that can completely transform the way you play. The advanced usage of individual instructions has the power to change the entire flow of your gameplay. These instruction settings create more space for your players, guide them to make better choices, and allow you to control their playing style inside every single match. In this video, I'll be explaining 3 powerful individual instruction setups that you can use in 3 completely different ways to get the best results possible. Welcome to Advanced Guide Part 2, the individual instructions. Before we jump into the setups, let's quickly walk through the purpose of each instruction. And if you already know all about this, feel free to skip ahead to the main part using the timeline shown on the screen. So, we have 4 types of individual instructions that you can assign. The first 2 belong to the attack section, and the last 2 belong to the defense sect. Understanding the attack instructions. Under the attack commands, we have 3 different options. The first one is defensive, which tells a player to hold back and avoid joining the attack. This is useful when you want a strong defensive cover and want to keep your structure compact. The next one is attacking, which gives a player the order to push forward more often and contribute to aggressive forward moves. This setting creates more attacking support and opens new opportunities during build-ups. The final attack option is anchoring. This one is unique because it tells the selected player to maintain his exact position without drifting too far forward or dropping too deep. The biggest advantage of anchoring is that your player stays exactly where you expect him to be, making it easier for you to pass to him and execute high-precision attacking patterns. Now let's talk about the 4 defensive commands: tight marking, man marking, counter target, and deep line. Tight marking assigns your team to collectively stay close to one particular opponent. No single player marks him alone. The entire defensive unit stays alert around that target. But this setting can be risky, because if the opponent is smart enough to break the pressure, it may create gaps in your structure. That's where man marking becomes a safer option. Here, you assign one specific player to follow and mark one opponent closely. This reduces the chance of big gaps because the assigned player is always focused on that opponent. Counter target is extremely useful for quick counterattacks. It tells your striker or winger to stay forward, look for spaces, and be ready to run whenever you trigger a counter move. This is especially effective for players with high acceleration, good sprint speed, and strong off-the-ball movements. Lastly, deep line instructs the selected player to stay closer to the defensive line. It essentially gives you an extra defensive helper who supports the back line. However, the downside is reduced attacking contribution from that player, so you must choose wisely. Now let's get into the 3 setups. 1. The attacking individual instructions setup. For attack 1, assign anchoring to your main striker or your only striker. This helps him stay high on the forward line, which is perfect for sudden acceleration-based attacks. Your striker won't drop too deep, even when the ball is near your defenders. He will hold his line, wait for the pass, and then explode forward. For attack 2, select attacking for your attacking central midfielder. This ensures he won't drop back too much and will stay close to the striker or your second striker. The combination of an anchored striker with an attacking forward midfielder becomes incredibly deadly for counterattacks and fast pressure-creating transitions. Next, let's move to defense settings. For defense 1, assign counter target to your striker or whoever is your main finisher you already set for anchoring. This gives him the freedom to stay forward and look for those perfect counterattack chances that you never want to miss. For defense 2, apply deep line to one of your defensive midfielders or a more defensive-minded central midfielder. This creates a beautiful balance. 2 players stay ready for attacks, while one midfielder stays back to stabilize your defense. This setup works beautifully with long ball counter and quick counter play styles. 2. The balanced individual instruction setup. For attack 1, select anchoring for one central midfielder, preferably the one positioned centrally or the one on the stronger side of your formation. This grounding creates a strong midfield connection point, which is incredibly helpful for smooth passing transitions between defense and attack. For attack 2, assign anchoring again to your defensive midfielder. Having both your DMF and CMF anchored gives you a solid structure in the middle. These two players will maintain their shape, support passing, break attacks, and maintain midfield control. For defense 1, assign counter target to either your striker or your winger, whichever player you want to rely on for sudden attacking bursts. Most of the time, the striker works best. For defense 2, choose either tight marking for a general pressure strategy or man marking to assign a defender to a specific opponent. Your goal here is balance, not too attacking, not too defensive. 3. The defensive individual instruction setup. For attack 1, anchor your defensive midfielder if your formation includes one. If your lineup only has central midfielders, then assign defensive to one of them. This creates an extra defensive layer, something that your opponent may not immediately notice. For attack 2, you can use either defensive for your other central midfielder or anchoring if you have a second defensive midfielder. With a combination of one anchoring and one defensive instruction, your midfield becomes extremely tough to break. Your opponent will struggle to enter the gaps because your players stay exactly where they are needed. For defense 1 and defense 2, assign deep line to both your left and right midfielders if your formation supports such roles. Otherwise, use these slots to apply tight or man marking to the most dangerous forwards your opponent has. Always make sure the biggest threats are covered. This setup is extremely defensive. It strengthens your backline like a wall, but it also reduces your attacking numbers. This means you might struggle to create many goals or continuous attacking chances with this instruction. So use it wisely. So that's it for today's video. All 3 individual instruction setups I've shared today are very powerful in their own way. You can follow these confidently depending on your formation and your play style. You can also comment below with your formation pattern, and I'll help you build the perfect individual instruction setup for your team. And don't forget to continue the series. Tap on the video on your screen to learn 5 joystick passing techniques that will instantly boost your performance.